Well, what kind of incentive, Mr. Ruebig, would you advocate? Because I mean, some talk about state aid, some talk about tax deductions for exporting companies. For example, if I take the European Parks and SME Employees Organization, while they welcome the energy package, they seem to have some type of reservation regarding the support that is being provided.
I think one of the main principles for the next days is free trade. I think we need a bargain in the WTO, which is very important for the least developed countries, because if they can grow their goods on their farm and deliver the right goods, they will get income, and if they get income they can buy machinery, and I think it will be an overall very good process to go up. On the other hand, I think we should lower income tax and we should lower corporate tax. 5 years ago I was very in favor of flat tax,
yes, sir.
But nowadays when I see the competition with India and with China, with all this heavy competition on low labor cost, on low taxation, which is in a lot of these areas, I think in the long run we should come down to give no taxation on labor and no taxation on companies. We should tax consumption, because the one who takes a lot of consumption, of course, will pay a lot of tax, and the one who have very few, they will pay very few tax. So I think for a global competition, to survive in global competition, we should dramatically go down with taxation in the area where the people work. We need the working power to benefit from the work, and the consumption, of course, who consumes a lot should also pay a lot. And we have two main pillars. The one is the Service Framework Program on research. It's a 54 billion basket where energy plays also an important role. And we have the Competition and Innovation Program, where the area of intelligent energy and ICT and entrepreneurship plays a very important role. So I think these incentives are very important, and on the other hand, through the European Investment Fund, we provide now guarantees for startups, for quick growing companies, for exporting companies, because if you grow quite quick, you need a lot of liquid money. And for liquid money you need a guarantee, and so a share of guarantee between the banking side, the European Investment Fund and the SME could bring much better results.
Now there's a question I'm going to ask you which pertains more or less to this eCommittee. As you know, this eCommittee is a platform to communicate climate change policies. What is it that you would recommend that we should tell people who log onto the portal? I'm referring again to the SMEs, because many SMEs apparently don't know sufficiently about climate change. What would you be advising SMEs so that they can really have a voice in this climate change debate?
I think the most important answer is that climate change and energy efficiency, it will be the biggest market in the world. So, and this change, the efficiency, I always say it's a bottom-up approach, because every household has to do something. Any SME, any public authority has to do something. So there will be a lot of public procurement, there will be a lot of contracts given out by private people, and we need our handicraft people. As we say, the plumber, which had a problem in the French vote, but at least we have 2 less plumbers in all over Europe, but we would need them to have this equipment. We have to attract young people to go into these professions, because these professions, the handicraft world, will have a golden age now. Right. And I see heavy income in the area of handicraft and in the agricultural side, and I think that's our task, to keep them on track.
And in your opinion, this is not going to be only reserved to the large companies. Small companies are going to be able to benefit as well, aren't you?
I think that the small which live in the village together with the people which are known, where you have trust, that's very, very important. But besides this, I see that a lot of franchise will come up. So the transfer of know-how is a very important base. The knowledge-based handicraft and SME area is the future, and so we should help the SMEs to create the right environment, not only from the technical side, I think that's up till now quite good, but also from the economic side. We should try, and we should see that it's profitable to work in an SME for the employees and for the employer.
Is there a gap? That's going to be my final question regarding, as a member of the Committee on Industry Research, and the fact that you're also a substitute member of the Climate Committee. Do you feel is there a gap in communication between the two committees, or are you satisfied that you are speaking the same language?
I think in the Climate Change Committee up till now we got a status quo. We made a lot of requests. What's going on worldwide? How serious is climate change? What can we do to be prepared on the one side, and what can we do to hinder the CO2 growing too much? And I think this combination that we from the Industry Committee and Energy Committee and Research Committee and ICT, that we look how we can get success in creating international competition and getting growth and employment, the so-called Lisbon agenda, that's the one task. And in the Climate Change Committee, of course, the main task is how to reduce the CO2 emissions. And I think there we have still a big difference, and it's a lot of work still between the two committees and also the Environmental Committee necessary to create a sustainable future in the economic and in the environmental area.
So you will say that the PP is right on track?
Of course, we think that it's very important that we have this Lisbon agenda. Everybody wants to have a little bit more net cash on the end of the month in his pocket, and that's what we are looking for.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ruebig, for your time and for your kindness. Thank you.